Hello Scorpio, my name is Alison and you are with Healing Dove Tarot. My dear Scorpio friends, we're going to do your love reading from the 1st to the 7th of October. Before we get started, I did want to mention that I am no longer taking personal readings for the month of October. Anyone who's already reached out, you already have your time booked and you'll get them within the 48 hours from the time that you've paid. But for anyone new, I'm so sorry, but I will not be available to take readings for the month of October. Scorpio, wow, incredible reading on the table here. A lot of major arcana energy, lots going on. So let's get started. At the bottom of the reading, we do have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles speaks to me about usually wanting to work together when it comes to love, okay? It's about working together as a team, working to build something long-term, really actually trying to connect, okay? And I know that I saw twin flame kind of energy around you. So, and a few of you have commented, I'd be really keen to see how that's going as we're coming into Venus retrograde, because if you haven't reconnected with if you have a twin flame, you haven't reconnected and that kind of twin flame energies around you, you will see that happening this week, okay? Because I do still have that carrying on at the beginning of the week. But I feel like in the past, if I look back for you, you know, we've got the Five of Cups, so it speaks about feeling left out in the cold when all you really want is a commitment. The Six of Swords, it speaks about mentally moving on. Eight of Pentacles, it's like just trying to focus on building your own foundation. Five of Swords, again, lots of fives, changes. And the Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, I feel like it's either gone one way or the other. You know, you could have had this reconnection and you've just been like, yep, no, it's still not time, and gone the other way. Or for some of you, it's still coming. The Three of Pentacles speaks about, it's the vibration of actually, you know, putting your chips in and working on something together. So it's almost like, I guess you could say it's symbolic of, here's my coin, here's your coin, and here's what we're trying to achieve together. I actually really like this card when it comes to kind of love and romance. I find it a really grounded card. Okay, it's Pentacles, it's Earth anyway, but I find it's like a meeting of the minds almost. It's kind of like, if I see this fall with the Two of Cups, for me, it shows that you've really got someone who's, yes, you've got all that emotion with, but then you've got someone who's willing to work and put the hard work in on your connection. Now, that's how you're starting off this period. So either you've got someone doing this with you, you're doing that with someone, or if you're single, I feel like you might be making a conscious effort to try and work on something together. I don't see this as through a third party or anything like that. You do have the Lovers coupled with the Ten of Wands, okay? Lovers and Ten of Wands. So just to give you a heads up, you have 4 major arcana cards in a 7-card spread. So that's pretty potent, okay? To have that many. I draw always one to be grounded of what you're going into the next week with, but that's a lot of out of your hands kind of energy. Do you know what I mean? So major arcana for me is divinely guided. It means you don't have a choice. It's like spirit, the universe energy is going to come in and make that choice for you. All the other minors, you have a choice on what it's going. That's where your free will comes in. The Lovers represents a sign of Gemini. I also have a female air sign here, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I have an Aries. I have some Taurus. I have a Leo, a Gemini again, Aries again. So they're the signs that I'm seeing. But I feel like the Lovers coupled with the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands speaks about, you know, being at the end of the road, being a little bit tired, just carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders. And that's how it's, you know, illustrated here. But I feel like when it comes to love, it's like you're carrying the weight on your shoulders of this relationship, or they could feel that. And the Lovers card speaks about needing to make a choice. In traditional tarot, it was about making a choice, okay, between two things, two paths, two people, whatever it may be. It also is the card for me, one of the cards that represents the sign of twin flames. The other one is the Four of Wands, which you have here in your past. So this is what I was picking up on last week, okay? Now, for me, the Lovers coupled with the Ten of Wands, it's like you've kind of reached a point in your journey as you start this week where you feel a little bit exhausted and you're like, I don't know what more I can do to make this connection happen. The truth is, you have all the power within you to manifest it back, providing you do the work, right? Now, as a human being, as a person, when I go to my own spirit mentors and tarot readers, when they tell me that, I get really cranky, right? Because I feel like it's like, what more is there to do? What more do I have to do? But for this, people watching that do have this twin flame kind of connection, and this is a lesson that I'm still learning, that you will never stop having to do the work, because the role of a twin flame union is about raising the consciousness on the planet, okay? So it's not just about what you've done. You are the example of changing, of bringing change forward, of living a different light. There's always going to be work done. And unfortunately, we don't choose that path, or maybe we do before we come down, but it can feel sometimes very burdensome, okay? And I feel this energy for you. I feel the tiredness. But just know that they are going to get to a point of coming to want to work with you, okay? It's just going to take time. For now, the best thing that you can do if you are in this situation is focus on manifesting your best self. Focus on manifesting everything else to its harmony, okay? When you turn that energy inward and stop focusing on the result of the outcome, what happens? You change your vibration, and that draws people back to you, okay? For those that don't have a twin flame, I do see this week leading up to the Venus retrograde. Venus retrogrades from the 5th of October, by the way, is very much a time to actually look back at your past, okay? It's a time to look back at lovers that have been and that have come and gone, and to let go. You want to let go because you have this brand new beginning here. You know, the Magician is the Ace of Aces. It's the brand new beginning of the deck. And you have this gorgeous energy. Look at how this has fallen. So you have this progression, the Magician that turns into the Six of Pentacles, that turns into the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like you go from manifesting all that you want and desire to finding an equal give and take, and then the Wheel of Fortune, karma, turning in your favor. If you've felt that things have happened to you that have been unjust when it comes to love, I'm here to tell you that that's going to be corrected this week. For some of you, there could be an apology coming in from someone from your past, okay? It could be this Queen of Swords that cut you out before, okay? Queen of Swords is a very intelligent woman, but sometimes she can be quite cold and cutting. In the reverse, run. She is scary, okay? In the upright, she uses her intelligence and wields that sword to sometimes cut people out. In traditional tarot, it shows it like almost giving the hand, right? She's got her hand outstretched like this. She's coupled with the Emperor. So it's showing me that as you're coming into the weekend, you could be taking on this energy, okay? You could be taking on this energy and making a conscious decision to cut out some crap that's in your life. Or you could be taking a stance to cut it out within your own head, your own mental capacity, okay? And just going, you know what? I'm choosing to let go of what's holding me back. I'm choosing to let go of this energy, and you do have a choice, okay? You have a choice on how you handle it. And I'm choosing to move forward. Now, if you are making that conscious choice and if you are moving forward, then I see the Wheel of Fate's going to step in to help you, okay? You've got the Wheel of Fortune here. This is luck on your side when it comes to love. If you do take this invitation and make this choice, I feel like you're going to find a lot more balance and harmony in your relationships, because you have the Six of Pentacles coupled with the Ace of Wands. So Six of Pentacles speaks about even give and take, right? It's like I give and I'm honest and I'm going to take equal part in my share. You give and you're honest and you take equal part in yours. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if you can see, I love it in this deck, but there's little scales that hang from the tree. So it speaks about balance and harmony. But what I love about this is it's rooted so that the ground end of your reading as you're going into the next phase of October is the Ace of Wands. Like, how beautiful is that? It's like, finally, I release this stuff. I let go of my attachment to an outcome. I let go of waiting for someone else to come back. And in doing so, what happens? Brand new beginning when it comes to love. And this is a passionate new beginning. Okay? This is not just, oh, hey, how you going? Let's go on a date. This is, I can't get you out of my head. I want you back in my life. Venus retrograde is going to call people back to you. Okay. So for a lot of you in this period, I am seeing that twin flame energy come back. I do see them come back. Do they stay? Is it something that's long-term? It all depends on, as I've said before, the kind of work that you've done in your personal situation and where you're at. Okay, but do expect that you could be hearing things. Now, that's not for everyone. It's a general reading, so take it as you will. For those that don't have twin flames, for those that are just in lovely couples, married couples, committed couples, anything that's of, anything that's of substance, I really feel like this is a time period where you're actually going to reconnect and see each other with a little bit more respect, okay? If one person does more around the house, if one person does more with the kids, if it's something like that where there's an imbalance, I feel like you're going to be able to change things, or Spirit's going to step in and help you change things so that you have this beautiful new beginning with your partner. So you start something fresh. So you're actually looking at things with a different perspective. And how beautiful is that? Who doesn't want to have a hot, passionate week with their partner? All right, so singles. Let's have a look. Additional guidance for my single Scorpio friends. Please tell me. Yeah, wow, look at that, Scorpio. Repeating card for you, the Emperor. Definitely for some of you, there could be an Aries male involved. This is someone that's like the King of Kings. He's very strong. It could be someone that you're wanting to date. This energy could be coming in for you. I'm going to read you the meanings of this card in a second. And for couples, please show me additional guidance for couples, Scorpio couples, from the 1st to the 7th of October. Okay. I had a few cards that popped out, so I'm going to take them all because they've got additional meanings, obviously. So you have round and round, which is quite interesting because I see I'm getting a lot of, I feel like a lot of arguments, a lot of things are coming up again that you've already been through. To the Sea, love this card, and building blocks. So building the foundation again. But singles, I want to talk about what I was talking about before about releasing control, and that's what this card says. Let me read it for you. So it does in traditional tarot represent the Emperor, and in this book it says guide, prioritize, act, structure, effort and reason. And it says in matters of the heart, the energy of this card can both help and hinder. Do you take the lead and guide the direction of the relationship, or do you follow the other person? If you lead, are you forcing your will on the other person? If you follow, are your own needs being met? A solid relationship involves give and take, lead and follow. Even, right? Give and take, lead and follow. There has to be an even exchange of energy, and this is true for all relationships. This card reminds you to guide and not dominate. Okay, so if you feel like sometimes you're trying to dominate the course of the action, like I said to you before, you're trying to take control, you're trying to manifest it and make it happen in the way that you want rather than allowing it to happen, then this is the message for you, okay? And it goes on to say, this card focuses on the intellectual rather than the emotional side of relationships. How is the relationship serving those involved? If a relationship is to be healthy and strong, everyone's needs must be met. There has to be sufficient structure and order so that each person knows the boundaries. Each person must take the relationship a priority and put effort into making it strong. And finally, the decisions made in and about the relationship must be based on sound reasoning rather than pure ego. If you're looking for a romantic relationship, are you actively searching, or are you hoping someone will show up in your life? This is a card of action, of being proactive, not reactive. Take the lead, network, and make yourself available. Great message there for singles. And there's a beautiful affirmation. It says, I ensure that my relationships are healthy and that each person's needs are met. There you go. Singles. All right, couples. Couples. 25. Round and round. Okay, so this is something that I've had a lot in my own personal readings, and it tells me about needing to end a cycle, and you do have the energy here about actually ending that. But I feel with Venus retrograde, it feels like stuff that's going on in your relationship could be coming up for review, right? It says the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated, circles are challenged for you to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. And that's what I was saying about seeing each other in a new light in your relationship. And it says, are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar. Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time. for you learned something of great value since the last time round. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. So if you are in that situation where you feel like you've been arguing a lot with your partner and not seeing them for what they truly are, then this is the invitation to change that cycle and break it for good. Number 7. Okay, so to the sea, this speaks about being in flow, okay? Returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together. And this is really beautiful. So this speaks of those that are in that harmony aspect of their relationship, that are having that passionate new beginning. And it says, there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course that you share with another. It's the repeating message of the Emperor card here for singles, right? And it says, can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? That's a hard one, right? I struggle to do that, so I get it. Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. Okay? So again, trying to let go of control, which I feel like is the message of this reading. And finally, 28 building blocks. This is the message for couples that are trying to reconnect, okay, and really build that foundation again. Strong foundations are the key words, ironically enough, a beautiful work in progress. And the relationship message says, when you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones you already have. What did I say about reconnecting? By building them on foundations of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another, you are moving toward laying the groundwork for a relationship that will last the test of time. Strong standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. Beautiful reading. All right, Scorpio, I hope you found it helpful. There's a lot there for couples. There's a whole range of different couples I'm reading for. For singles, you've got the message loud and clear. Let go of control, okay? As soon as you let go of control and you allow things to manifest naturally as spirit wants, you will draw this love back to you. I wish you love and light, Scorpio. I'll be back with you next week. Take care.